Hello, everyone. My name is Yanhui Zhao, and I'm an assistant professor in finance of UW-Whitewater. Today, I'm going to use this video to show you how to solve a two-equation system with two unknown variables. And I suggest you to watch my previous video called Solve One Equation with One Unknown Variable, because we're going to use what we learned in the previous video here. So let's look at one example here. The first equation in this two-equation system is 3x minus y equals to 7. And the second equation is 2x plus 3y equals to 1. How to solve this two-equation system with two unknown variables? Here, x and y are both unknown. We're going to use three-step methods. So the first step is to treat x as known in equation 1. And solve y. So 3x minus y equals to 7. So we're going to get rid of this 3x from the left-hand side of this equation by subtract 3x from both sides of this equation. So 3x and minus 3x, those two are canceled out. What is left is minus y equals to 7 minus 3x. What is left is negative y equals to 7 minus 3x. We're going to divide negative 1 by both sides of this equation to get rid of this negative sign here. So the left-hand side is y and the right-hand side is 3x minus 7. And I'm going to label this as equation 1 plus. So the second step, we're going to unplug this equation 1 plus into the second equation and solve x. So the second equation is 2x plus 3y equals to 1. And y equals to 3x minus 7. So we can unplug this equation for y into equation 2. And we can further simplify the left-hand side of this equation. 3 times 3x is 9x. 3 times 7 is 21. So 2x plus 9x is 11x. And we can get rid of this negative 21 on the left-hand side by plus 21 on both sides of this equation. So we found that negative 21 plus 21 equals to 0. Left-hand side of this equation is 11x equals to 1 plus 21 is 22. We try to get rid of this 11 on the left-hand side so we can get the value of x. So we divide 11 by both sides of this equation. So we found that x equals to 2 because 22 divided by 11 equals to 2. So after we find out the value of x, we're gonna unplug. That's our third step. X equals to 2 into equation 1 plus. And we can solve y. So y equals to 3x minus 7, x equals to 2. So 3x is 6 minus 7 is negative 1. So the solution for this two equation system is x equals to 2 and y equals to negative 1. Let's look at another example here. So equation 1 is 5x plus 4y equals to 1. Equation 2 is 3x minus 6y equals to 2. So 3 steps. First step, we treat x as known and solve y in equation 1. So 5x plus 4y equals to 1. We're gonna subtract 5x from both sides of the equation to get rid of this 5x on the left-hand side of this equation. So 4y equals to 1 minus 5x, because those 5x minus 5x, those two terms are canceled out. We divide 4 by both sides of this equation. So y equals to 1 over 4, subtract 5x divided by 4. That is equation 1 plus. So step 2, in plug y equals to 1 over 4 minus 5x divided by 4 into equation 2. So equation 2 is 3x subtract 6y equals to 2. So 3x minus 6 multiply 1 over 4 subtract 5x divided by 4 equals to 2. And 3x minus 6 divided by 4 is 1.5. And minus a negative number is plus. And 6 multiply 5 divided by 4, that is 7.5x equals to 2. 3x plus 7.5x is 10.5x. We try to get rid of this 1.5 by adding 1.5 to both sides of this equation. So the left-hand side of this equation is 10.5x. Those two terms are canceled out, and the right-hand side of this equation is 3.5. We divide 10.5 by both sides of this equation to get rid of this 10.5 here. So we found x equals to 1 over 3. And the third step is to in-plug x equals to 1 over 3 into the equation 1 plus. So into y equals to 1 over 4 minus 5x divided by 4. So y equals to 1 over 4 minus 5 multiply 1 over 3 divided by 4. We can further simplify the right-hand side of this equation. So 1 over 4 we can represent as 3 divided by 12. So this equals to 3 minus 5 divided by 12 is negative 2 over 12. So we can simplify it as negative 1 over 6. So the solution for this system is x equals to 1 over 3 and y equals to negative 1 over 6. So there are two special cases for this two equation system. The first special case is that two equations have infinite solutions. So let's look at this. X plus y equals to 1, that's equation 1. Equation 2 is 2x plus 2y equals to 2. Let's use our three-step method to solve this two equation system to see what we will get. So step 1, we try to get rid of x on the left-hand side of this equation, right? So we minus x by both sides of this equation. We found y equals to 1 minus x. Step 2, we're gonna in-plug y equals to 1 minus x into equation 2 to solve x. So it's 2x plus 2y equals to 2. 2x plus 2y equals to 1 minus x equals to 2. 2x plus 2 times 1 equals to 2, and minus 2x equals to 2. We're gonna find this equation becomes 2 equals to 2. So the equal sign always holds. This indicates that for this two equation system, we're gonna have infinite solutions. As long as x and y satisfy the equation y equals to 1 minus x, it is a solution for this two equation system. So let's just randomly pick some number. X equals to 1, which means y equals to 1 minus x equals to 0. So let's see whether it satisfies both of those equations. X equals to 1 is 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So the first equation holds. The second equation, 2x plus 2y equals to 2x, x equals to 1. So 2x is 2 plus y equals to 0, 2y is 0 equals to 2. So the second equation also holds. Case 2, x equals to 2. Y equals to 1 minus x equals to negative 1. So let's check whether those two equations holds. X plus y equals to 2 minus 1 equals to 1. So the first equation holds. The second equation, 2x plus 2y equals to 1, x equals to 2, 2x equals to 2 times 2 plus 2 times minus 1. So the second equation is 2x plus 2y. So x equals to 2, so 2x is 4. Y equals to negative 1, so 2y equals to negative 2 equals to 2. So the second holds. So you can find the infinite solutions as long as y equals to 1 minus x. That's the first special case. The second special case, those two equations do not have any solution. Let's look at one example. The second equation. So again, we take those 3 steps. Step 1, we're gonna solve y with respect to x. So we subtract s from both sides of this equation. And we found y equals to 1 minus x. And then we plug this y equal to 1 minus x into the second equation. So 3x plus 3y equals to 6. And if we plug y equal to 1 minus x into this equation, we got 3x plus 3 times 1 minus x equals to 6. We can further simplify the left-hand side of this equation. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times negative x is negative 3x equals to 6. 3x minus 3x, those two terms canceled out. And what is left is 3 equals to 6. So we know this is not hold. 3 cannot equal to 6. So that's why we said there's no solution for this two equation system. Okay, that is how to solve a two equation system with two unknown variables. Thank you very much for watching this video.